Welcome back to the Lux Lifestyle channel, where we give future millionaires and billionaires inspiration to go after their dreams so they can live life on their terms. In today's video, we're going to be looking at millionaire athletes that are now broke. Before we get started, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and give us a thumbs up so you never miss a video to keep all you future millionaires and billionaires inspired. Okay, let's get on with it. How in the world could these athletes be broke when they've made hundreds of millions of dollars, you are asking yourself? Well, in this video, you're going to learn the real reasons these athletes blew it all away on some dumb things and others that will make you scratch your head. You've probably heard of some version of this declaration before. I'd love to just earn the minimum salary while playing in the NBA or NFL or NHL. And why not? Most of us could do quite well earning the $400,000 minimum per year in any of these three major American sports, or the $525,000 minimum a year in the NHL. And quite a few would settle for an annual salary equivalent to that of an MLS footballer, $33,750 a year, professional women's basketball player, $37,950 in the WNBA, or even an under-contract baseball minor leaguer, $39,125 a year. But as it turns out, there are plenty of broke athletes out there. In fact, 78% of former NFL players have gone bankrupt or are under financial stress within 2 years of retirement, according to a 2009 Sports Illustrated report. And 60% of NBA players are broke within 5 years of retirement, according to an ESPN study. Why is this the case? For one, many athletes grow up without a firm understanding of money. They're used to having someone else take care of their finances for them, and when they suddenly have millions of dollars at their disposal, it's easy to make impulsive, expensive decisions without thinking about the long-term consequences. Number 1. Kenny Anderson, NBA basketball player. Kenny Anderson is a former NBA player who was one of the highest paid athletes in the world during his 14-year career. In 2005, however, he filed for bankruptcy after making some poor financial choices. Anderson's problems began when he started purchasing luxury items like cars and homes. He also got divorced 3 times and had to pay child support for 7 kids. Finally, he lost a court case to a prenuptial agreement which allowed his first wife to take half of his assets. After winning in court, Tammy Akbar, his first wife, put a license plate on her car which read, "His cash." This was a final insult to Anderson, who was already struggling financially. Number 2. Dorothy Hamill, Olympic figure skater. Dorothy Hamill was America's sweetheart in the 1970s, thanks to her winning the Olympic figure skating gold medal in 1976. But her luck turned sour when she bought the Ice Capades skating show in 1993 and failed to revive interest in the event. She sold the company in 1995 and filed bankruptcy the following year. Despite her setbacks, Hamill remains an inspiration to figure skaters and fans around the world. Number 3. Marion Jones, Olympic track and field gold medalist. Marion Jones was one of the most successful track and field athletes in the world. She won 3 gold medals at the 2000 Summer Olympics in Sydney, Australia, but her career was later tarnished by revelations that she had used performance-enhancing drugs. Jones admitted to using steroids in 2007 after years of denial. As a result of her admission, she was stripped of her gold medals and banned from the Olympic competition. Jones also served a short prison sentence for lying to federal investigators about her drug use. Despite her fall from grace, Jones remains one of the most accomplished athletes in history. She is a true rags to riches to rags story, and her story is one that continues to captivate the world. Marion Jones is a true example of how even the brightest stars can fall. Number 4. Diego Maradona, Argentinian soccer prodigy. Diego Maradona is one of Argentinian's soccer prodigy who had an important role in his nation's World Cup title in 1986. He is also beloved by Southern Italians for his 7 seasons playing for Napoli in Series A. However, the Italian tax agencies accused Maradona of not paying $53 million in taxes on his income during his Napoli days in 2009. Last year, tax collectors took additional steps to freeze Maradona's assets. He is currently unemployed. Diego Maradona's career highlights an impressive array of skills and accomplishments on the soccer field, as well as a complex personal life off of it. Number 5. Mark Brunell, NFL quarterback. Mark Brunell is the former NFL quarterback who played for 17 years, winning a Super Bowl with the New Orleans Saints in 2010. He holds the NFL record for most consecutive completions in a single game, 22, which he accomplished while playing for the Washington Redskins against Houston in 2006. Brunell's business acumen didn't match his passing prowess, however, and his real estate ventures tanked along with the housing market. His company defaulted on multiple loans, and Brunell filed for bankruptcy in 2010 with a whopping $25 million in liabilities and just $5 million in assets. Despite his financial troubles, Brunell remains an active philanthropist supporting various charities and causes. He is also a public speaker, sharing his insights on football and leadership with audiences around the country. Number 6. Lenny Dykstra, MLB baseball player. Lenny Dykstra, a former MLB baseball player, has been in the news recently for filing for bankruptcy, but that's not all. He's also accused of committing bankruptcy fraud. Dykstra, who played for the Phillies and Mets during his 12-year career, is self-taught when it comes to finances. In 2008, he started a charter jet company which lasted for about 10 months before filing for bankruptcy, with reportedly up to $50 million in liabilities and only $50,000 in assets. Dykstra is also accused of selling and destroying some of his assets in violation of his bankruptcy agreement. This has earned him a 6.5-month federal prison sentence. Whether you're a fan of Lenny Dykstra or not, his story is a cautionary tale about being careful with your finances. If you're considering filing for bankruptcy, make sure you understand the process and consult with an experienced attorney to ensure everything is done legally and correctly. Number 7. Evander Holyfield, professional boxer. Evander Holyfield is a former professional boxer who competed from 1984 to 2011. He is a 4-time world heavyweight champion, having won the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles in 1991, and the WBA and IBF titles again in 1992. Holyfield has been nicknamed the Real Deal, the Warrior, and the Comeback Kid. His Evander Holyfield Foundation is dedicated to helping children realize their dreams. Holyfield has had a long and storied career in boxing, but it is his personal life that has made headlines in recent years. In 2008, the bank foreclosed on Holyfield's $10 million home in suburban Atlanta. The reason? Holyfield had failed to make payments on the home for over a year. What caused his financial downfall for the once great boxer? Many point to Holyfield's large family as the primary culprit. Evander has 11 children with 7 different women. This number does not include his 3 stepchildren. With child support payments and alimony payments, Evander was shelling out over $500,000 a year just to support his children. This, combined with poor investment choices and bad business deals, led to Evander declaring bankruptcy in 2012. Number 8. Scottie Pippen, NBA basketball player. Scottie Pippen was one of the greatest basketball players of his generation, but he made far less money than many other professional athletes. Over the course of his career, Pippen earned just $120 million, a fraction of what Evander Holyfield made. Despite his relatively modest earnings, Pippen has had money troubles in recent years. He has sued media outlets for reporting that he is bankrupt, but lost that case. The enduring symbol of Pippen's money woes is the $4 million Gulfstream jet he bought in 2001 that was grounded shortly after the purchase. Scottie Pippen is a cautionary tale for athletes who don't manage their money wisely. Number 9. Vince Young, NFL football player. Vince Young, the former NCAA national champion and NFL football player, is an example of how not to handle your finances. Young signed a $26 million contract with the Titans in 2006 and proceeded to spend it all recklessly over the next several years. He reportedly spent as much as $200,000 a month, including $5,000 a week, at a Cheesecake Factory restaurant during his rookie season. He even borrowed money to throw himself a $300,000 birthday party during the NFL lockout when he wasn't being paid. Vince Young's frivolous spending is a cautionary tale for everyone, especially young people who come into a large sum of money. It's important to be mindful of your spending and to make smart financial decisions in order to avoid ending up like Vince Young. Number 10, Mike Tyson, professional boxer. And of course, there's Mike Tyson, the perennial heavyweight champion in the late 1980s. During his boxing career, he amassed a fortune of between $300 million and $400 million. However, when you throw cash at mansions, high-end automobiles, and pet tigers, even that much money can disappear before you know it. In 2003, he declared bankruptcy, owing $13 million to the IRS and $9 million in his divorce settlement. Some reports say that Tyson was worth less than $700 at one point after his bankruptcy. His latest venture is an animated superhero cartoon based on his persona. We'll see how that turns out. Well, there you have it, Lux Lifestyle family. Millionaire athletes that are now broke. They had their day in the spotlight and blew all that money away on bad business decisions, child support, lavish lifestyles, and so many other things. When you come from poverty and never had much money, it's very hard to say how you would act. All of a sudden, you're thrown into the limelight and showered with millions of dollars in your bank account. It's hard to say what anyone would do. If you surround yourself with friends and family that only want to get to your money, and you're not disciplined or have any smart money management skills like the people on this list, you'll be right next to them one day. Hope this gave you a little inspiration, Lux Lifestyle family, that when you make your millions or billions, you don't end up like the folks on this list one day. If you like this video, check out one of the other ones on screen, and we'll catch you in the next one. Till next time, Lux Lifestyle family, ciao.